Hi, I'm Roberto Martinez and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the instant match reaction from Chelsea 3, Everton 3. We've done it again. What can you say? We've done it again. Unbelievable. 2-0 up, absolutely cruising. Chelsea get 2 goals back. Then we scored again in the last minute. Yay! 7 minutes added on, which become 8 minutes. Chelsea score an offside goal, and it's 3-3. There's so many different things we can blame. There's so many different people we can blame. Instead of blaming one, let's blame all of them, because that's probably the best way to do it. First half, I thought it was just a dull first half. I'm not saying we were dull. I just thought we kept it tight and just tried to hit them and get behind them, but never really did anything. And we had one shot, Mirallas. Second half, we come out, we look buoyed, we look like the manager had said, have confidence, go out, start attacking these. These are poor, which they were. They were rubbish. How they scored 3 goals past us, I'll never know, because they were awful. We go and score. We scored a couple of really nice goals. The first goal was an own goal by John Terry, but the move itself was absolutely fantastic. Great play in the box from Ross Barkley and Leighton Baines. Second goal again. Barkley, Baines involved. Mirallas with an absolutely fantastic finish. And you're thinking there, we're absolutely on top. We're absolutely flying. Keep going. Keep it tight. Play like you did on Wednesday night against Man City. But no, this is Everton FC we're talking about here. So people are going to say, oh, it's just little mistakes, or that can't be helped, and there's deflections. Yes, it can all be helped. I'm sorry, these are professional footballers, and they're giving away absolutely pathetic mistakes. A dead simple straight ball over the top. Jagielka should be do much better with it. He should be sensing it early, but he hasn't. It's gone over his head, and then there's Tim Howard just flying out of his area. And what makes it worse, Tim Howard had made a couple of decent saves before this. I thought the tide was turning on Tim Howard, and I know some people won't blame Tim Howard for this goal. I know they won't, and they'll just say I don't like Tim Howard. But Tim Howard's come for the ball and he's completely fluffed it. So what he's got to do there, he's got to take everything. He's got to take the ball, the player, everything. Or stay in your box, make yourself big. Like their goalie did a little bit later on when Mirallas got through. And make the striker make a decision. If he gets round Jagielka and he gets a one-on-one, make him make a decision. But you've made this decision for him by coming out and giving him an open goal. There's people saying, oh, there's no blame attached to Howard. How can you not blame Howard for giving Costa no decision to make? He's had no decision to make. He's got an open goal. He can't believe his luck. That's 2-1, and you know what's coming next, because everyone knows what's coming next. This is Everton. We all know what's coming next. There's going to be another goal, and within 5 minutes or whatever it was, it's 2-2. Yes, it's scrappy. Yes, it's a deflection, but it's the fact that we've just opened the game up to them within 5 or 10 minutes of scoring the second goal. It's all there for them straight away. There's no game management at all. Roberto Martinez isn't looking to, change things up a little bit. We've got a 2-0 lead. Let's put an extra man in midfield, like Tom Cleverley or Pina, and just get a little bit more control of the ball, because that's where we lose it. That's where we don't have control of the ball. It's in midfield. When we've got 3 in there, when we've got Cleverley and Besic and whoever else in there, Gareth Barry, we've got control of the ball, and it stops a lot of people's attacks. Today, I just didn't think we had any control of the ball in there. It's great when you're in attack and you're in the ascendancy. It's great then, but when you haven't, you've got to have control of that ball. And when you go 2-0 up, that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to control the ball. And I go back to the Stoke game. Same thing happened. We're 3-2 up, and we just don't have control of the ball. We lose control of the ball in the centre. Same at Bournemouth. We're 2-0 up at Bournemouth, and we're still throwing everything at them instead of just getting control of the ball. And that's what we simply didn't do. So they get it to 2-2, and you're thinking they're going to go and get another one here. But they didn't. They sort of stopped there because they couldn't believe their luck. Chelsea are not that good a side. They've got... I don't know what's happened to them, but they're not that good a side. And we start pressing then, and he brings Pinar on, he takes Ross Barkley. I didn't think Ross had a very good game, but well, not that he didn't have a very good game, he didn't have one of his more effective games, even though he was part of both goals. His final ball let him down at times. And again, he was probably losing the ball in places where you didn't want him to lose the ball. because of two wingers, he was a little bit deeper again. And anyway, Mirallas had a decent chance, should have done better. But then you got Gerard Deulofeu on, and Gerard Deulofeu in the space of what, 10-15 minutes has made one great chance, and that's more than, you know, what Anna Lennon's made all day, really. And this Funes Mori back post, 3-2 up, and you just think, hold on, just hold on. Learn your lessons. That's all you got to do. Learn your lessons from other games. You know, these other games where we've been 3-2 up in the last minute. And yes, there was 7 minutes. But in those 7 minutes, they had a couple of cross shots and nothing more than that. And what made it worse is, I think it got to about the 96th minute. And I think we had the ball about 3 times. And we give it straight back to them instead of just keeping the ball. And, you know, they throw a ball in the box and John Terry is that much offside. There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. He's offside. He flicks the ball in. The referee's got caught up in it all. He didn't even get booked, I don't think, for jumping into the crowd, which Funes Mori did. But the point is, we've give up another 2 goals. And we haven't been able to see out a win. Now, we've won 1 game in 9. 1 game in 9. That is a shocking stat. 1 game. That's awful. And the only game we won was Newcastle when we scored in the last minute. Like, literally the last kick of the game, we scored. So what is going on with the mentality of this team? You know, you can talk about bad luck. You can talk about offside. Talk about bad decisions. But the point is, we've been 2-0 up and 3-2 up in this game, and we haven't been able to see it out. That's 4 times since Bournemouth, 5 including Bournemouth, that we've lost a winning position. Even, you know, you go back to the Sunderland game, we were 2-0 up and they pulled it back to 2-2. Just luckily they are awful. What is wrong with the mentality of this side? And Martinez has got to take as much blame, because if this was a one-off incident, and I know you can talk about character and bottling all these things in one-off instances, an offside decision, but this is how many times is this now? You know, and what makes it worse is Wednesday night we go to Man City and we just defend, and we defend for our lives, and we manage to get all the luck in the world. And today we go out and we look for goals, and it's almost like flipping a switch. It's almost like today is all about attack, so just forget about defending. You know, even in the earlier part of the game, you know, John Stones is taking chances at the back where he doesn't have to. And it's like flipping a switch. It's just like, can you not do both things? Can you not defend and attack? Is there no middle ground? I know we got young players in the side, and that's fair enough. Stones, we like to see him take chances because we know he's going to be a boss player. Ross Barkley. We know, but today, Jags was playing brilliantly till that first goal. And then suddenly it's like, I know people are like, oh, it's got nothing to do with Bottle. But why is it for an hour we look really comfortable, and then we concede 1 goal, and then suddenly everyone looks dead near us and dead shaky? Why is that? That's mentality. That's having your head on the game. Why aren't the senior players calming players down and just say, get up, keep doing what you're doing? An opposition team gets a sniff of blood, and they're like sharks. They're all over us. Why is that allowed to happen? And why can't Martinez see that? Why can't he see that and take the sting out the game and go, right, I'm going to put another midfielder on here? Because that's what you need. You need someone like a Pienaar coming on. You need someone like a Cleverley coming on who can get hold of the ball in midfield and take the sting out the game. Instead, we're giving it back to them all because everything's rush. Everything's rush. Let's attack. We give the ball away. It baffles me. It really baffles me. And if we're in 11th place. We're in 11th place. And we're running out. Okay, we've got a point out of City. We've got a point out of Chelsea. But Chelsea are not a good side. They're not a good side. And they put 3 past us. Went for an hour. We looked in absolutely no danger at all. And then you've got a senior defender cocking up. Your goalie cocking up again. And then all hell breaks loose. And yes, the goal's offside. We all know the goal's offside. It's that far offside. But, as I said, if it's a one-off incident, fair enough. But that's the second time. That's the second time in like 2 months that we've blew a 2-goal lead in a game. then gone 3-2 up in the last minute, and yet not won the game. That's got to make you start worrying about the mentality of this side. It's changed a little bit in the last couple of games because Bessa just come in. But today, he had more of a job to do because he's got in front of him. He's got Ross Barkley, he's got Aaron Lennon, he's got Mirallas, he's got Rom, he's got all attacking players in front of him. There's only him and Barry. And Barry, tires after 70 minutes. He can't keep up with the pace of the game. You've got Baines on one side who wants to get forward. You've got, you've got Oviedo on the other side. You've got want to go forward. Even though I thought Baines had a great game today. I thought Oviedo played pretty well. He got injured, of course. Even at the end there, we've got 3 centre halves on the pitch, and maybe that had a factor in why we've conceded another goal. But make it stop, please, because we're not going to go anywhere if we can't defend. If we can't attack and defend, we're not going to go anywhere. It's baffling to me. It really is baffling. We've had all those attackers on the pitch today and we still haven't made that many chances again. Romelu Lukaku, I don't know whether it was because he was playing his old team, but he hasn't had a sniff. He hasn't had a sniff all game. I should be a lot angrier, but I'm just used to it now. I should be smashing things up, but I'm just too used to this. I'm expecting it to happen. I'm waiting for something to happen in the game. It's all right criticising, saying it should have been offside, but we're letting balls come into the box. This has got to stop. We've got to find some middle ground where we can just see games out. You go 2-0 up, you should be able to see that game out. It's as simple as that. It's just not good enough. We'll come back at the end of the season and we'll tot all these points up. That's 11. That's 11 draws. 11 draws. That one stat proves that we can't find the middle ground, and that's the problem. That's the balance that he can't get right in the team, and that's the balance that he's got sorted. It's all right, everyone saying, let's play with 2 wingers. It doesn't work for us. 2 wingers just doesn't work for us because of our fullbacks. Our fullbacks are far too attacking to have 2 wingers as well. It leaves too much. It leaves the midfield having to do too much work and not being able to keep hold of the ball, especially when it's the likes of Mirallas, who's not going to keep the ball for you long enough, or Lennon, who's not going to keep the ball for you long enough. It works when we've got a left-sided midfielder or a right-sided midfielder who's just going to sit in and tuck in, because then we've got Ross Barkley, then we've got Rom, then we've got the full-backs. We've got to find that balance, and at the moment we just still haven't got it, because if we had it, we wouldn't be throwing away leads like that again. And again, I know people out there will be talking about bad luck and offside decisions and playing more than the time allotted, but that's what happens in football. If you can't defend a 2-goal lead, then what's the point? Listen, I was brought up watching David Moyes. Well, not brought up strictly, but I grew up watching David Moyes' teams, and it was painful at times going forward. But we won 6 games in a row once by winning 1-0. I mean, just think of the mentality that would take to win 6 games 1-0 in a row. Imagine this team doing that. And people can say, well, it's great. Well, look at all the football. The football's great. Points are all that matter at the end of the day. Points are all that matter. And you've got to find that middle ground. And in the last few games, he's sort of found that middle ground. And then he's pissed it all away today. City could have beat us convincingly on Wednesday night. And we could have got 3 points today. And guess what? That's 1 point more than we got in the 2 games. There you have it. We could have lost a hell of a lot more games this season and won the other half, and we'd be in a much better place. Simple as that. Right. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you've got wildly different opinions on this game, that's fair enough. No problem with that at all. Tell us in the comments. Me and Baz will be back on Monday doing the final word. If Baz has calmed down, he's in a worse state than me. I can rationally think about this. He's bouncing off the walls. Tell us what you think in the comments. We'll be back for the final word. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've got a different opinion to me, listen, put it in the comments below. No problem with that at all. We can't all have the same opinion. But this is happening too much. There has to be a tinkering with this team to get a balance. We have to get a set amount of games where we start learning how to defend. Simple as that. I'll see you next week.